Hey guys, Ultra Prime here. Welcome back to more GTA 5 Online. Today's build, we're making not one Decepticon, but two, and this is mainly because they're both twins in the universe, and that is going to be the Decepticons Skyquake and Dreadwing. And the jet we're going to be using is going to be under Warstock, and it's going to be this jet right here, the F-160 Raiju. Now, the Raiju is actually based on a Lockheed Martin F-35A Lightning II jet, which is basically like the same type of jet that Skyquake and Dreadwing are. Now, as far as the pricing for the Raiju goes, if you don't have the trade price, it's going to be 8.5 million. But if you do have the trade price, it's going to be 6.3 million. And you can get that trade price by completing the San Andreas Mercenaries mission on Parade. So yeah. Why don't we start off with Skyquake? Now, Skyquake's only appearances was in season 1. He actually died in like the same episode he was introduced. So we'll start with Skyquakes. So as usual for this build, I like to do max performance upgrades. So max armor, max engine, max handling. That's a new one. Livery. So Skyquake, he's mainly green with red stripes. Now, unfortunately, we can't really do that here, so I'd say just keep the livery off. And for respray, it's actually pretty simple. It's going to be a matte green for both primary and the secondary color. And that's pretty much it for Skyquake. So why don't we just fly? Oh yeah, I should also mention that Skyquake's vehicle mode is a VTOL. Mainly because he actually scanned this jet from the Autobots government liaison, Agent Fowler. He was piloting this jet while Optimus was fighting Skyquake. Well, Optimus and Bumblebee. Now, during the fight, Skyquake actually got crushed to death from like falling rocks, from what I can remember. But then Starscream revived him with Dark Energon. And then Skyquake actually got like stuck in the Shadow Zone, which was like a different dimension that could only be accessed while two different ground bridges were connected to each other. And the Autobots' human allies, Jack Darby, Raph Esquivel, and Emiko Nakadai, they're actually trapped in that dimension. That was mainly Miko's fault. Now, the kids actually made it out, but Skyquake zombie was he was still wandering through the Shadow Zone. I'm wondering if he was still in the Shadow Zone when Soundwave was in there. That's actually a good question. All right. So why don't we make a build for Dreadwing now? And then I'll talk about Dreadwing. I mean, I have to extend the video somehow. All right, so same with the Skyquakes. It's going to be max armor, max engine, max handling. No livery either. A Dreadwings literally has yellow stripes, but we can't do that here. So no livery it is. Now the only thing that's different is actually the respray. And for the respray, it's going to be a matte midnight blue. And that's going to be both primary and secondary. So yeah, that's how you make Dreadwing. Pretty simple. Now, I should mention that like Dreadwing, sorry, like Skyquake, Dreadwing's vehicle mode is a VTOL, since he also scanned Agent Fowler's fighter jets during his first appearance. And Dreadwing actually became the Decepticons, or rather Megatron's, a second in command after Starscream left. But then when a Starscream came back, Dreadwing actually found out the truth of what actually happened to Skyquake. And it turned out, and he found out what Starscream did. And needless to say, Dreadwing was not happy and tried to kill Starscream, but Megatron killed him first. Now, for the reason why Dreadwing died, I'm guessing it had something to do with like the rising costs of the cartoon. Probably which was like the same reason why they had to kill off Breakdown, as well as the Decepticon Arachnid. They also had to kill her off. Wait. No, Arachnid didn't die. She was stuck in stasis. My bad. It's been a while since the last time I've watched Prime. So it was probably like the same reason why Dreadwing was killed off, because his voice actor was the late great Tony Todd, who you might know as the voice of Venom in the Insomniac Spider-Man games. He also played Candyman, and he also voiced Zoom in The Flash, and also the Fallen in Revenge of the Fallen. So yeah, that's probably why Dreadwing was killed off as well, because of Tony Todd's high demand, maybe. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Tony Todd is was an excellent actor. So, all right. I should also mention that I actually made a Hydra version of Dreadwing over here. Now, this is actually before I learned that what type of aircraft the Raiju is based off of. But I can do a customization on this too. All right. So for the Hydra, let's see if I can find it from here. It's probably based on the millions. Yeah, here it is. So the Hydra is 3 million if you do have the trade price, and you can actually get that trade price by completing the Hydra setup for the Humane Labs raid, which is just titled EMP. And that's how you get the Hydra. Alright. So, same with the laser. You can only change the primary color. And I chose Midnight Blue for that one. In fact, let me see what type of jet. Oh, it's based on a British Aerospace Harrier 2. So, yeah. Now, the Hydra is actually way cheaper than the... It's way cheaper than the Raiju, but the Hydra is also way slower. So, to be honest, I'd say the Hydra isn't worth it anymore. I mean, it just became obsolete with the release of the Raiju. So, if you want it for like nostalgia's sake, then yeah, I'd say then get it. But yeah, the Hydra itself is not worth it anymore. But like a more accurate build to Skyquake and a Dreadwing is the Raiju. All right, there you have it. That's how you make Skyquake and Dreadwing from Transformers Prime. Bear 201. Now, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. See ya.